So lately I've been getting the same question over and over again, and that is, can I spread herpes to myself, and can I have herpes in multiple spots at the same time? The short answer to that is not really, but also yes. I know that sounds confusing. Hold on. So if you were, as a child, exposed to HSV1 cold sores, like I have right here, if you had that as a child, you have HSV1, and later on in life when you have sexual partners, you can get HSV2. So then technically you would have herpes in both oral and genital. As far as having the same strain in multiple spots, the answer to that question is actually no. You can't really get the same strain in multiple spots in your body. It's very, very rare. So if you were exposed as a child to cold sores, you will not get genital HSV1, and you can't really pass your cold sore down south if you've had it for a long period of time. That's because the body is really cool and gets these antibodies for the particular strain of herpes that you have and makes it almost impossible to get in another area. So basically, if you have cold sores and you've had them since you were a child, you cannot pass it to yourself. You can't auto-inoculate yourself. Now, if anyone's been watching my videos for a long time, you will be aware of the fact that I have genital HSV1 and I also have cold sores. So basically, what I have just negated everything I just said beforehand. And that's where it gets interesting. Your first outbreak and your first time exposure, you can be exposed to it in multiple spots in your body. Your body gets confused and does not have the antibodies, and you can get an outbreak in multiple spots. I was not fortunate enough to be exposed to herpes when I was a young child. So I never got it from a distant aunt or a cousin or anything like that. I never had a cold sore before in my life. And the first time I was ever exposed to it was from my boyfriend via oral sex. And I don't know about you guys, but whenever I'm practicing oral sex with my boyfriend, I also make out with him. So basically, my first time exposure was in 2 locations rather than just the one. Because of that, my body did not have any antibodies for any type of HSV, so I was exposed to it in both spots and now have outbreaks in both spots. So if you are going through your first outbreak, please be careful because your body does not have enough antibodies to fight it off and you can end up getting it in multiple locations. But that is only possible in the very beginning when your body does not have enough of the antibodies built up. So still try to be careful because you can still spread it to yourself if it's still brand new. And as far as having an outbreak in both spots at the same time, I actually had that happen to me for the first time in September, right after I recovered from coronavirus. I got coronavirus, my immune system was really shitty and really down, and I ended up getting both a cold sore and a downstairs outbreak at the exact same time after not having a downstairs outbreak in 5 years. So it is possible to have an outbreak in both spots at the same time. I did not know that up until this year. So I hope that cleared things up for you, and don't be super stressed out if you have cold sores. You're not going to really pass them to yourself, especially if you've had them for years.